Hallie Joy here. So I recently made a video about cancer, good morning cancer, just kind of what my daily routine is with everything, just so people can get a look into what's changed and what hasn't. I still do normal stuff, but I also go to the hospital every week, every day. So a lot of people had good feedback on that video, and so I decided to make another one. This one's very different. It's going to be more like a vlog type thing, answering questions people have asked me or are afraid to ask me about cancer. Because it's the C word. Don't want to talk about it, don't want to say it, but that's not how I feel at all. So, first question, what kind of cancer do you have? I have non-hodgkins lymphoma stage 4. What does that mean? It's the good kind of cancer out of all the cancers, but it's a bad stage of cancer, and it's actually really rare in my age group. Like, non-hodgkins lymphoma is actually supposed to be for ages like 40 to 50, and somehow I got it because I am the mutant child of my family. Thank you, parents, for that nickname. Question 3, am I gonna die? No, I'm not. Question 4, how do you get better? For me, I do chemo, which is, chemotherapy. It's a big word, you hear it often with cancer patients, but what does it actually mean? It's different kind of medicines. So every 21 days, I go into the cancer center, sit in this big lazy boy recliner, and they hook me up to medicines. I can't show you right now because I can't. I have this thing here. It's called PICC line, and they have these little tubes, which mine are stuck right now. So they hook the tube up to this thing, and this, I call it my spaghetti noodle. It goes in, I can't tell if you can see that. There's a little spot right there. It goes in my arm, goes all the way over, and stops about 1 inch above my heart. And so the medicine goes in right there. So for the first day of chemo, it's 6 hours. I just sit and, I play on the computer, talk to friends, color pictures, draw until it's all over. And then the next day it's like 2 hours, 3 hours, and then one more day it's just 2 hours. And then I wait another 21 days and do it again. I also, after chemo, 1 week after that, I have to go back and get injections, which is just a little shot in my arm, back of my arm. It takes like 2 seconds. And yeah, that boosts my white blood cell count because the chemo is essentially killing my blood cells. It kills the bad ones and the good ones. So we have to boost the white blood ones, which is the good ones, so I don't get sick and stuff. Question number 5, are there side effects? Yes, there are. 1, I've lost all my hair. Like, all of my hair. Those who have asked, they don't understand. Like, I don't know if you can see, but like, I have hardly any eyebrow hair, and like, no eyelashes left anymore. And so that's kind of weird. But yeah, so that's the first major side effect. My hand's all crooked. That's the first major one. I'm anemic, which means that I have a low blood count, which just essentially I get really tired really easily. I can't do a lot of stuff without having to sit down, take a rest. I can't walk that far. When I get up off the couch, I have to do it really slowly. But yeah, that's not really that big a deal. My taste buds have changed, which some of you have heard. Okay, Dr. Pepper. Let me see if I literally right. Okay, Dr. Pepper is literally my life. I have it all over my room. I have like a metal poster right there and bottles everywhere. But when I was in the hospital, I decided to try some, and it's the worst tasting thing ever. Like, I hate it. It's disgusting. It tastes like fruit juice, but like purely syrup, and it's just really gross. Anyway, that's the major taste bud change. Like, everything else has a little bit of a change, but not that much. Another side effect, my appetite has changed. Like, it changes from day to day, but usually when I'm on chemo, I'm not really hungry. I don't want to eat anything, and so that kind of sucks, because then I lose weight, then I get in trouble with the nurses. Yeah. And then some days, when like I'm on steroids and stuff, I get the munchies really bad, so I just eat french fries all the time. And so that's a little weird. I mean, not like I didn't already eat french fries all the time, but I eat more of them. Another side effect, which isn't really have to do with the chemo, it has to do with when I was in the hospital. I was put on bed rest for, let's see, I was on bed rest from the middle of November till the end of December. So I lost all my leg muscle and, well, arm muscle too. And so it's really hard to walk and stuff, like, you'd be surprised. Another side effect is numbness in my leg. People don't know this or understand this, but where my tumor is, it presses down onto my nerves, and so my right leg, from just above my knee all the way up to like my pelvis, whatever that thing is, and down both sides of my leg, it's completely numb. Like the surface of it, like if you were to punch my leg, I could feel that, but like if you touch my leg or put your hand there, I can't feel it. That's really weird. I don't like it when people do that. But that's a weird side effect. One other side effect, I'm on blood thinners, so every morning I have to take a pill for blood thinning and stuff, but that means that I bruise and bleed super easily, so I have to be extremely careful, and I'm not a very careful person, so that's interesting. And when the nurses were telling me this, I didn't really believe them. I should have listened. I tripped over a bench. Like, it wasn't even a bad trip, I just bumped it with my knee, but the next day I looked down, and it's one of the worst bruises I've ever had. That was special. Number 6. Am I okay? Yes, I am. For everyone who's asked me, I tell them I'm okay, but no one seems to believe me. It's seriously, I have no fear of death. So like, I mean, death isn't even an option with this kind of cancer, but I have no fear of death. I have no fear of this, the C word. It's not a big deal. I'm getting better, I'm taking medicine. I don't know what people want me to say. I know God is in control. He's got this covered. It's not a big deal. It's like having a cold or the flu. You take medicine, you get better, and that's the end of that story. How has my life changed? Question 7. Well, it's a little weird, but the major things, I had to lose all my jobs because I can't work with little kids, which is what I do, because my immune system's down and I can get sick really easily, and I'm at the hospital like every single day. That's another huge life change thing, is I'm literally in the Dalles, which is a half hour away, so every day we have to drive a half hour to go do from infusions, injections, to labs, blood draw, and then, yeah. So that's really kind of weird, but yeah. And other major change is because I've lost my leg muscle and I'm on blood thinners, I can't do anything too crazy. I'm not allowed to go longboarding, which is my favorite thing, or like on hikes and climbs and adventures, which is what I love to do. So that sucks, but come April, I'll be able to do that kind of stuff again, which is cool. And final question, what happens next? Yeah, what happens next? So April 1st is my last day of chemo, and then 1 week later I have to do my injections for the white blood cell count thing. And then April 29th, I think it is when I go to Portland. I get to go for a PET scan to see if the cancer's still there, and if not, what happens next. The doctor has to decide if I get radiation in that spot to make sure the cancer doesn't come back, but that can have side effects, so we don't know what's going on. Yeah, so I don't really know what happens next, but it's all in God's hands. Yeah. So that was it. Some of the major questions I've been asked, or people are too afraid to ask. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask me. I'm very open about this. Like, my close friends and family know I don't really care about talking about it. Yeah, just leave a comment or message me or something, and I'll answer whatever you have, whatever questions you have. Yeah.